You've worked harder than almost anyone you know. You've set the goals, made the plans, started strong, and then, somehow, you're back at zero. Not because life got in the way, not because you're lazy, not because you're not smart enough, because something inside you, something you can't see, keeps pulling the brake. Psychologists have a name for this. Several names, actually, and once you hear them, you will never unsee yourself the same way again. These are every way you are secretly destroying your own success. The upper limit. You know that feeling when things are going really, really well, and then out of nowhere you get sick, or you start a fight, or you blow the opportunity. Gay Hendricks calls this the upper limit problem. Your brain has an internal thermostat for how much good you're allowed to feel. When success gets too big, it triggers self-destruction to cool things back down. You didn't fail, you hit your ceiling and flinched. Identity homeostasis. You've decided to get fit, to make more money, to stop procrastinating, and it's working for about 2 weeks. Then you stop, not because it got hard, but because it got different. This is identity homeostasis. Your brain fights to protect who you believe you are. If your identity says, "I'm someone who struggles," success feels like a threat, so it engineers a return to normal. You're not weak, you're just more loyal to your old self than your new goals. Productive procrastination. You need to write the report. Instead, you reorganize your desk, answer emails, plan your week, research the perfect system, and feel busy the entire time. This is productive procrastination. The activity is real. The productivity is fake. You're doing everything except the one thing that actually matters, because that one thing is where failure could happen. Busyness is the disguise fear wears when it wants to look respectable. The arrival fallacy. You told yourself, when I get the job, I'll be happy. When I reach the number, I'll relax. When I finish the project, I'll finally feel like enough. Then you get it and feel nothing. Psychologist Tal Ben-Shahar named this the arrival fallacy. The illusion that achieving the goal will deliver the feeling you've been chasing. It won't, because the feeling was never stored at the destination. Fear of success. Yes, it's real. Everyone talks about fear of failure. Almost nobody talks about fear of success. What if people expect more from me? What if I can't sustain it? What if success changes who I am and I lose the people I love? So your subconscious does the math and decides staying small is safer than the unknown cost of winning. You don't blow up your progress because you're a failure. You blow it up because success feels dangerous. Emotional avoidance ambition. You're obsessed with your goals, always grinding, always planning, always in motion. But ask yourself, what happens when you stop? For many high achievers, ambition isn't desire, it's emotional avoidance ambition, staying so busy with goals that you never have to sit with the feelings underneath them. You're not chasing success, you're running from something else. The grind is the escape, the sunk cost spiral. You've invested 2 years into the wrong career, the wrong relationship, the wrong business direction. It's clearly not working, but you stay. Because leaving means admitting the last 2 years were wasted. This is the sunk cost fallacy, and it's costing you your future to protect your past. Every day you stay because of what you've already spent is a day you lose what you could still become. Self-concept, sabotage. This one is the root of almost everything else. Deep in your psychology, built in childhood, reinforced for decades, is a belief about what you deserve. Not what you want, what you deserve. And here's the brutal truth. You will never sustainably achieve beyond what you believe you are worth. You can hustle past it temporarily, but your subconscious will engineer a correction, a missed deadline, a blown relationship, a sudden loss of motivation, until you're back in line with your internal self-concept. Self-concept. Sabotage isn't you messing up. It's you enforcing an invisible rule you wrote about yourself a long time ago. The goal isn't to work harder. The goal is to change what you believe you're allowed to have. Chronic incompletion. Count the unfinished things in your life right now. The half-written project, the course you started, the habit you almost built, the conversation you keep meaning to have. Every incomplete thing carries psychological weight. It sits in the back of your brain, what researchers call an open loop, consuming mental energy whether you're thinking about it or not. But here's what makes chronic incompletion a self-sabotage pattern. Some people unconsciously prefer things unfinished, because an unfinished project can't fail yet. As long as you haven't shipped it, launched it, or committed to it, you're still protected. The incompletion isn't laziness, it's armor. The imposter spiral. You got the opportunity. You earned it. Objectively, measurably, undeniably. And the first thing your brain does is start building the case for why you don't belong there. Imposter syndrome isn't just self-doubt. At its worst, it becomes a self-fulfilling spiral. The anxiety causes performance dips. The performance dips confirm the fear. The fear grows louder. The cruelest part? It hits hardest not when you're failing. It hits when you're succeeding. Because success raises the stakes of being found out. Here's what I need you to understand. Every pattern I just described, the upper limiting, the identity ceiling, the fear of your own success, none of it means you're broken. It means you're human, with a brain that was built to keep you safe, not to make you great. The brain that sabotages you is the same brain that protected you when you were young, when fitting in mattered, when playing small was survival. It's running outdated code, and the first step to rewriting it, the only first step, is to name what it's doing. You cannot fight a pattern you can't see, but now you can see it.